I would say I am having my life in IIT Bombay.
To share it.
I got somewhere around 3,000, I would say. So that journey was quite, I would say, a roller coaster. In the starting, you're fascinated towards MDS and certainly
Yes.
towards one or two fields because it looks fascinates. It
So, how did this happen? What exams did you have to give?
Yeah.
Somewhere around
So I
4 years.
would say we have a edge. What I would say we have a better edge than the other persons as we are coming from a very different background. And bioscience is
Yes.
a department which where people or the professors want to have an intersection of different fields.
So, I guess this multipolarity of the students, different, bunch of students coming together, it opens up, vast areas of discussion. Because where do you see yourself in next 5 to 10 years? Is it as a drummer in some band? Hello, friends. Welcome back to today's episode of Beyond BDS. Me, Dodia, this end. And today we have a very special guest or a story that is not so conventional. We all must have heard, MPH after dentistry or non-clinical roles after dentistry is, trending these days. But the guest we have today is Dr. Kumar Sarthak, who is currently pursuing his M.Tech in IIT Bombay. Yes, you heard it right. So, welcome, Dr. Kumar, and the stage is all yours. Can you give us a
Hi,
brief
Meet.
intro about yourself?
Yeah. Hi, Meet. Thank you so much for that introduction. That's quite well said for me. So actually, I am Sarthak. I have finished my undergraduate from MS Ramaiah Dental College, and currently I'm pursuing masters at IIT Bombay in Biomedical Engineering in Biosciences department. So that's my educational part. Rather than that, I'm working on few projects in AI field and other than that in hemostatic field.
Okay. Dr. Kumar, can you give us a brief about when did you complete your BDS from MS Ramaiah?
Yeah. So I started, I think 2018. I'm 2018 batch. So and
Okay.
it got finished in 2023. So that journey was quite, I would say, a roller coaster.
That every dental student must feel the same. So,
Correct.
is it so that you are not inclined much clinically, and that is why you had to pursue this, or
I would say it was other way around. I was one of the batch members or the person in the batch who was like, "Ki pro need MDS. Yeah, I want to do masters." I was talking to other people and convincing them, "Ki let's do masters. Ki why you don't want to do it? Why you want to do MBA and all?" Giving nahi, you should do like that and that. But I would
Mm,
say ki there was a phase of me, like I think every student will agree with me. In the starting, you're fascinated towards MDS and certainly
yes.
towards one or two fields because it fascinates us. But once you grow again and see clinically what's happening, join clinic and understand how each branches work, you get a clear view or picture of what's happening in the market, where your interest
Yes.
aligns, and how you want to build your future in that. So all
Okay.
these things, I think, make you take an informed decision for the future. So
So,
I was a
you are
clinician,
one such
yeah,
person who are actually better clinically, and still,
yeah,
you are walking on this unconventional road.
correct.
So, what
So
was your turning point which made you flip this decision कि नहीं नीट एमडीएस करना है नहीं करना है एंड आईआईटी ऑल ऑफ अ सडन.
yeah. So it was all of a sudden for me as well because I had explored in my final year ki what all different pathways I can follow in case if I don't want to pursue MDS as a master because I seen few of my seniors joining masters and then struggling there in the colleges like all the research work they have given, all the patient flow, and some colleges toxicity is also there. So
Yeah.
including all that, I felt ki okay, I should have a different path also, and I need to see ki where my interest aligns. So, yeah, as you said, I was good in clinics. I had good patient response, and everybody, even me, myself included, I wanted कि okay, अब तो clinic में आगे जाना है. But as I was exploring, I came across this M.Tech in biomedical engineering. So I had always interest in the technical aspect, like tech. In my school also, I was doing computer science, and during my BDS, I was did some few computer courses, like Internet of
Okay.
Things and machine learning part, the basics of machine learning, I would say.
Okay.
So I wanted to explore that part before committing into dentistry as a clinician. So I just like that. Yeah, I thought, कि, okay, chalo, form bhar deta hai. Let's see what happens. I was not very sure if I'll get into it because IIT Bombay, it felt like a next level thing to get into.
It is obviously a next level thing. Even after JEE, it is one of the most sought after branch and college
Correct.
rather. So how did this happen? What exams did you have to give?
Mhm.
Did you give NEET MDS, or what is the selection criteria
Okay.
if
So,
a budding dentist wants to
mhm.
follow your path?
Yeah. So not only for the dentist, I would say all for the healthcare or allied health sciences students, if they write any national level examination using that score or rank, they can apply directly on the ITB website. So ITB website, they'll have open up the form for I think July, August ke liye. They'll open in I think February to March. That is a timeline where they'll float the form on their website. So you have to keep looking for it. Once it's there, you can use your score to apply it there, and they'll shortlist your profile. If your profile gets shortlisted, they'll call you for a written test. Once you clear that
Okay.
written test, then they'll take an interview, and that interview will last somewhere around 45 minutes to 50 minutes or 1 hour. Mine lasted somewhere around 45, 50 minutes. So, and
It,
then after, if they feel like, then they will, yeah, release the offer letter from their side.
uh,
Join as an MTech
two
student.
two questions here, Sarthak.
Mhm.
This national level exam which you said, so does it imply that the NEET MDS which you give, that will be, the basic foundation exam that will be
Yeah,
considered
correct,
based on which you can apply to the IIT?
correct. For me, it was NEET
Okay.
MDS. You can write AIMS also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
either one
I
of it
understand
works.
correctly. Okay. And the interview must have been on site or an online
Yeah,
interview.
offline. Test was also offline. I remember when I came to give the test, I think somewhere around 650 to 700 students were shortlisted for this department.
Okay.
They all gave. And from 600 or 650, they took somewhere around 110 or 115 students for the interview.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a ballpark figure. And from there, I
So
think
one is to
they took
six
only
appraisals.
35. Yeah, kind of. And then 1:3, around 35 students they took for my MTech batch.
Okay. So I guess roughly around 5% of intake must be
Yeah,
somewhere around
so I
5%.
would say we have a edge. What I would say, we have a better edge than the other persons, as we are coming from a very different background. And bioscience is
Yes.
a department which where people or the professors want to have an intersection of different fields, and we
Yes.
bring in a great perspective of the clinical side, which they require. And I think it's highly, matlab, people see it in a very good way. If a dentist or a doctor or anyone from the health and allied, even from the pharmacy part, they want to come here, they appreciate
The
it.
the same thing, when I was, researching casually about MBA, for example, the IIMs,
Yeah,
edge is given to non-engineers.
correct.
Engineers are everywhere. So if you are not from engineering field, if you are somewhere, maybe dentist or
Mm,
if you're a doctor or a physiotherapist, but the scoring which they aggregate at the end, the 10th standard marks, 12th standard marks, and engineer the CATCA marks. So
yeah,
if you are a non-technical person and if you are at par with the engineers, then basically they seem that you have an edge over the others because they want their crowd to be a mixed bunch, not just engineer. They want even doctors
yeah.
and engineers. So how does your day-to-day life at IIT look like? What are your group of friends? They must be all from different fields.
I would say I am having my life in IIT Bombay. It's like even in the academic parts, I would say it's quite hectic. We had to study a lot. I have to study a lot, but still, it's not that rigorous. I feel as my dentist, as my dentistry at like undergraduate
Okay.
college. And on the cultural part, it's very rich. IIT Bombay, it's known for its cultural part. Just right
You
now,
just had
our
your fest.
yeah, just we had a fest, Mood Indigo and Tech Fest. So it's like one of the Asia's, I think, largest fest conducted by the student body. So it's quite rich. Matlab, we enjoy a lot. Every single day there'll be an event. We'll have, matlab, we don't have time to attend the events actually. So we can actually think, ki, okay, let leave this event. We should join the other event if that's more interesting. So they'll clash like that. That's quite interesting. And peers ka, I would say everyone is from different backgrounds. Some from the electrical, electronics, CS, some veterinary, some MBBS, pharmacy. So matlab, it's quite different, and every one of us coming together, doing courses यहाँ पे. And one good thing of IIT Bombay is there are very few courses which IIT Bombay implies you to take, and less courses or the credits you can actually choose whatever the courses is provided by the IIT Bombay. You can choose among those, so you can actually design ki which area you want to go in, and according to that you can take courses. So you don't have to go under a structured syllabus. It's more like a credit based, not on the sub topic based or subject based. So which gives you a thoda space where you can go into your core or where you want to develop your part. So you can develop that.
So I guess this multipolarity of the students, different bunch of students coming together, it opens up vast areas of discussion because certain problem points which you typically do not understand or they probably do not understand, vice versa, you can have better insights into,
Yeah,
especially when doing biotech engineering. So we have basics, our fundas are clear regarding the biology and the tech part, that is their uh, main role.
yeah,
So this actually should help you.
yeah.
And
Actually,
coming,
in even I felt it during the discussion. Uh, it's very complementary. The skill set we bring in on the table and the skill set they
yes,
bring on the table coming together, it
yes, they
creates a very
complement each
great
other.
team. Yeah,
So
yeah, they
I
complement
guess
each other.
you did certain research in your undergraduate days as well, which motivated to maybe take up biomedical engineering. Is it so?
Yeah, actually, I would say it was one of the major deciding factor for me. because once I got into the admission offer letter, because before that I was just wondering, okay, I won't get into it. But once I get the offer letter, that was one part where I had to decide whether I want to go into the clinical because I got a seat in MDS also in prosthodontics at Bangalore. So I had to
Okay.
decide whether I want to go into the clinical side or I want to join M.Tech. So undergraduate research, I think it actually pushed me to think I was doing good in the research part, and actually it fascinated me how like discovering new things and helping a larger audience at a place. I had one thinking that was key. If I work as a dentist, I'll be able to help bunch of people around me.
You
But
treat one
if I
patient at
go,
a time. If
yeah,
you do a research which is impacting on a larger scale,
larger
so
scale,
you are
correct,
treating the masses.
correct.
Yes. And coming back to your admission in Prosto, was it your branch? Which branch would you have selected if you were not into
Okay.
IIT?
I was
Because
looking
I
forward to
am from
Prosto
Prosto.
only.
Yeah.
I wanted to do prosto, and I was thinking if I don't get into prosto, then I'll continue pedo. Earlier, I wanted to go into oral surgery, but I think after the final year, I lost a charm in it. And then prosto was the one thing which still fascinates me a lot. My research area was
Yes.
also under zirconia and that crown section where we made a bonding system. So still, I am inclined towards prosto only. But yeah, that is the area.
Same here. I myself had oral surgery as my first priority, but somehow I could not get into it, and I took Prosta, and it is a lovely branch, and it still fascinates me. And it is a lot of time. You can do much of jugaad work, the things they do in
Correct.
engineering.
Yeah,
At
that
any point of
engineering
time,
aspect which it has,
yes,
that's
yes,
the, I think for me, it is
you
the motivating factor. Yeah,
yes, you need to think out of the box. Even though a simple case like complete denture, but anytime the patient comes, you need to think out of the box. कि इसमें
correct,
better कैसे कर सकते हैं,
correct.
impression making and everything. Okay, thank you. And may I, once more, can you share your NEET MDS rank so
Okay.
we can have an idea that this is the range in which if you get this
My
rank,
rank,
then
I
you
would
can try.
say, yeah, I would say my rank was
If you'd
not
like
that
to
great.
share it.
I got somewhere around 3,000, I would say. If
Okay.
I remember it right, 2,800 to 3,000, yeah, somewhere around that. It is not that great, so I don't remember it.
No, but still,
But I
many
would
a
say,
times,
yeah, I would say
if
it's not very, yeah, I'm sorry to cut you. Yeah,
no
so
problem.
I would say the rank is not very, matlab, you don't have to get a very good rank to get into IIT Bombay because they don't want you to be ranker. They want to understand ki whether, how well are you interested in this. So once you get into the test, so for the test guidelines also I'll tell, there are 5 or 6 subjects you can check in the website. You will get to know ki how the question comes. Once you get for the interview, no, they do not check how much how they'll check how strongly you want to join the college and what is your motivation, not how much academically strong you are. Or that is one part, but the major part which I felt during my interview, they wanted to see whether what is my motivation to join the college because it is a great place where you can build a lot of things, and then there is a place if you come here and do not work towards it, then a seat is getting wasted. That's what the
Yeah, they
professors
look at
say.
it better. Yeah. So,
Mm,
from my point of view, from my understanding, because I too get so many calls from juniors who are willing to do MDS, but somewhere they are disheartened because their rank is not that great. But talking to people like you, we get a more realistic picture that there are so many options. If maybe someone is inclined, my
mm,
point of view is that consider that the top one to rank 1 to 1,000, they get all the cream seats. If you are somewhere between 1,100 to 3,000, like you said, so one possibility was if you are inclined towards defense, then Army Dental Corps is a good option. And this
correct.
I came to know just today after talking to you that you can also try for IITs. And
Mm,
if someone has that potential and analytical mindset that you want to solve much larger problems, so this
yeah.
is really insightful. Thank you. Um,
So I would say I would take you back on the point where the people are not enlightened about all these
yeah.
topics. So I would say, matlab our dentistry curriculum or the coursework is something like that. We were forced to think towards, okay, this is the area of a
Yeah.
dentistry. Ki theek hai. From this to this, clinical, non-clinical, nothing else rather than that. Even
Yeah.
MBA, MHA, people do it, but they don't know what to do next to that. Like even if I didn't do research, if I'll ask you, okay, you can go do MBA, but I don't know what you'll do after doing an MBA. Even I would say right now, okay, you can do an M.Tech, but what you'll do after an M.Tech, that is also not very clear to a lot of the students. And
Yeah.
I think maybe
Students.
because of that, people I think do not consider these fields or they are not motivated enough to join because there's a lot of uncertainty in this unexplored path, untraveled path, no one to guide in
Also,
this
the
area.
stigma कि
So
you are the doctor. The tag of a doctor is there with you, and you
correct,
are working beyond that. You are rightfully,
Yeah, you're
or what to
not
say,
practicing
you are
clinically.
practicing that clinically. Yes. So that does not make you less of a doctor, but you should follow what feels the right to your heart, I guess. Uh, okay. Next question.
You are
Yes.
correct. You're correct on that part. Where the dentistry is still at a place where
Your
the things
family and
keeps.
your peers,
Yeah.
they actually it is.
So, so my mindset, what I think dentistry has a very great foundation, and next we have to build upon it. So either if you want to go into the corporate world or you want to do research work, so the foundation helps you in all of that. Even during my coursework, I felt the rigor which I had in my coursework in the undergraduate, it helped me to sustain at IIT Bombay. Otherwise, I have seen people from different this also pharmacy, and they all were also able to sustain. And then electrical, they also had problems. So it's not like he coming from a non tech part will have a problem in understanding the tech. It's not like that. We have given the rigor in our undergraduate so that we can sustain it.
Okay. So, what would your current role at IIT be? Are you just purely studying, or are you something doing something more than that?
Okay. So I would divide it into two or three parts. One part is like I'm as a student, I'll have to do the coursework and a
Okay.
research work. And then another is a teaching assistantship where I have to take few classes in some of the lectures where I have been
Yes.
assigned TA to. Yeah, and another part is the POR, position of responsibilities. That comes under thoda not very official, it's unofficial kind of thing. So I am actually company coordinator in the placement team of IIT Bombay.
Okay.
So and yeah, so that is the majorly I would say that my role
That
at
is
IIT
actually
Bombay
good,
is.
networking and everything. So
Yeah,
it
it's
would,
very good for networking.
yes. So basically, you have to teach to the undergraduates at some point.
Yeah, depending upon the course. Sometimes you have to teach your fellow mates also if they have taken the courses. So it's
Okay.
like a course specific. So anybody can take any courses. So we it's not fixed key whom you are teaching to.
Okay. And you mentioned about, you took certain courses on IoT and machine learning. So,
Yeah.
uh, is it so that this is required if you want to pursue such courses, or, can it be so that after even admission that you can learn these things?
I would say ki even after admission you can learn. It's not a need, but it's good to have. It's always good
Yes,
to
it's
have
always
more
good to have
skills.
it on your CV. And
Yeah,
even at this point, I had my first laptop in my first year of MDS. I did not have a PC, so coding and machine learning and AI is something which is, the basics which everyone should
yeah,
know these days.
yeah.
But
I feel data part, data analytics and data like we should start from the data part and then go to
yeah,
into the machine learning and the data science part. So
okay,
seek SQL, basic Power BI, matlab data analytics. We should know because even during our research we have to make presentation and dashboards where we have to show the charts and all.
yes,
So if you do know this, if you know how to do this, it's very easy to do it
yeah.
on the
Data
computer.
analytics and interpretation is something which even in your MDS you need to interpret the
Correct,
data. The
correct.
statistician will give you the charts and graphs, but if you are unable to read it and what it implies, then there is no meaning to your research. So it is a
Yeah,
skill set which is good to have on your CV, but even if not, then you can learn it at a later point after admission. So
yeah, actually, yeah, you can do that.
yeah, one advice or one skill which you feel that every dental graduate should start exploring, they should develop it early in final BDS or an
I
internship, because everyone has
Yeah,
a question
what
mark
I
at
feel.
the end. What after
mm,
BDS?
Yeah. So even I would say ki even for the clinical clinicians, non-clinicians, and whoever you want to go in the clinical field or non-clinical field, I feel data analytics part, you should learn data analytics, statistics. This is two or three skill set which you should have. Actually, it gives you such a great, matlab, expands so much space for you to do. If you don't want to continue in the clinical part, you can apply for the job as an analyst, lead analyst, and you can get through the statistics and all these basics if you know Power BI or yeah. So it's not very difficult. It's very easy. It's just like PowerPoint but it includes coding for about Python or SQL. So it's not very difficult to have. If you start it, you'll take 1 month or 1.5 months to understand. So to have a basic understanding of this, it'll help you out. Matlab, even I learned a lot of things which I thought I'll never require it. But some of the other situations in life, it pushes you out of your comfort zone. There, we can, these skill sets come into play and help you out. Okay, makes it smooth thought out there.
Also, learning by doing is much more fun, and it is much more retained, because
Correct,
if you forcefully try to do something or learn something new, then chances are you'll probably do it just for the sake of exams also. But the skill sets
correct,
which you acquire while actually performing certain tasks, that is retained
mm,
for a longer time.
correct.
Uh, and coming back to the inspiring the juniors, why do you feel that the non-clinical and such tech-driven paths are underexplored? Is it so that the knowledge around it is, uncertain, or there are certain other? Sorry for that.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
So I
Why do you feel
feel
that these parts are
yeah.
underexplored?
So what I feel these parts are underexplored. One major part I feel coming from a bio side, we feel like okay, tech that means math. Math means it's gonna be difficult for us to explore. So even if you're coding, so we might require some mathematics. Or if you're doing something in a tech part, if we even if you're doing something in the tech, something related to that, you require math and it'll be intensive. And it's a path where we have never explored. We have never been exposed in during our undergraduate, and some people not even during the school. So we do not know
Yeah.
what's happening on the other side. So it's completely new and alien see a thing to understand. Okay, it's what is happening, but I would say ki we should, this is the phase where if a clinician starts acting upon the data analytics part and the data science part, we can add a great uh, impact in the society as a lot of healthcare startups are opening up and they're working in the AI. And a lot of the
Yes.
engineers, they can process the data, they can engineer, they clean the data, but they do not understand the data as we do. All the clinical data we get from the hospitals, all the triaging
Yes.
and other data, the understanding we have, it's completely different than they have. So we can actually provide a better data set to train the AI, and that is one of the major reason which translates the what is the accuracy of that AI. So I would say we
And
can
actually
play a
look
very
beyond the
important and
numbers.
crucial.
What
Yeah,
these numbers actually need to speak,
yeah,
that we
correct,
understand much better.
correct.
And what is one misconception about success in dentistry which you truly strongly disagree with?
I feel कि success in dentistry is related to if you're working in a clinic, clinics are working good, you have a chain of clinic, that is a success in dentistry. I think your success only if you are working as a clinician and people are like asking, okay, I'm not able to get Dr. Sarthak's or Dr. Meet's appointment. So that is a quoted success wala part. I feel there are other parts in the society where we can play a great role. A lot of people like philanthropy. There's one part. So I
Yeah.
feel success should be it should come within yourself. Like for me, success can be okay. I did a startup, I'm working on a startup, so startup grows. So that is my success story. I feel that
Yeah.
I'm success in that part. But for you, it might
Yeah.
be different. For you, it might be like working as a prosthodontist and doing some implant cases, which is not there. Customized implants, you're designing CAD CAM and providing implants. So that can be your success story. So I feel you should believe in yourself and what you feel the target. Do not make success of I think what is there out there, your success, make your own success story.
Basically, others should not define it for you, and you
Yes.
are the sole person who can
Yeah,
decide that
correct.
whether I'm successful or not. Yeah. So, your life at
Yeah.
IIT Bombay must have been transformative. Would you like to share some glimpses about the same?
Okay. So I would go semester by semester. So this is a 2-year course, and 1 year is divided into 2 semesters. So in my first semester, it was quite hectic. I would say I was quite overwhelmed because it was math intensive and I didn't had maths 11th, 12th. So after 10th, I didn't see mathematics. And then suddenly I'm getting mathematics at like engineering level mathematics. So from calculus to transforms, Laplace transform, convolution, and all this like next level mathematics. So it was quite overwhelming. But after the first semester, it was quite smooth because the rigor part I already gone through. And then academically, I was doing well. So I will tell my CPI starting May, it was somewhere around 8.5,
And that's
8.9.
actually good.
And now it's now I have increased it a bit. It's around 9.5, yeah, 9.46. Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
academically, it went like a roller coaster. It was very hard in the start. I was feeling, did I do the wrong? Then it went
But still,
smooth.
8
Then the
CGPA
research
is actually
started.
very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think it's decent. Okay.
It's doable. Yes, it's decent.
It's doable. And
So,
I would say ki if I can do it, then you so probably
yeah,
can do it. Like anyone can do it. Yeah.
and coming back, where do you see yourself in next 5 to 10 years? Is it in research or industry? Or I have one, fun fact. As a drummer in some band.
Uh, okay, you saw that. Okay. So I do play drums, but I'm not very good at it. I'm just trying a lot of things at IIT Bombay. And I think after 5 to 10 years, I see myself as I really want to have my own startup related in the healthcare sector. So I would love to see myself as a co-founder of a startup which is running the healthcare sector.
All the best. Kudos to you. A rapid fire. What excites you more, the research lab or a clinical dentistry?
I would say both, but research lab more.
One clinical experience which you miss the most.
I think interaction with the patient and the procedure when you're doing the procedure, I actually miss that part. Once you finish
Any
the
particular
case,
procedure?
and then I was into aesthetic dentistry a lot, so I would say that after filling in the anteriors and then showing the patient when they had missing anteriors and then seeing the anteriors back, the joy they
Handing
get,
the
ki,
mirror
oh,
to the
this,
patient.
yes, yes. So the joy you get, and you can see on their face, okay, oh God, it's looking good. Like it's not, I'm not able to make out it's normal. Was
Yeah.
it natural or artificial? So that's, I think,
Um,
that one part I
but
miss a lot.
sorry, I guess your course will end in 26 or 27?
Yeah, my course will end in 26 July. So
26.
one thing which I didn't convey to everyone, I actually got placed in a company called Pharma Ace. So my
Okay.
joining is somewhere around August. I'm trying off campus too, but the placement, yeah, it is working as a consultant. If you know the field of the
Okay.
consultation. So basically what they
Okay.
do is they take the data of the drugs, disease, and whatever the thing is, and then we check the insights in the data and then tell the company like Johnson and Johnson, Merck ho gaya, Mercer ho gaya, the other companies like should they invest in this project or what they should do, what is the market for their, matlab, to give them the business
Insights.
insights,
Yeah.
how, yeah, how they should proceed forward from there.
Okay. I actually have a friend who is in, my senior. He was in internship and I was in second year.
Mm,
So he did his MBA from Somaiya, Ghatkopar, and
mm,
he is working with Pidilite right now.
mm.
So I guess the rules are similar. And I
Yeah.
recently spoke to him. They are trying to develop, Pidilite means adhesives, Fevicol and everything. And if you also know, 3M is a very big adhesive group who is
Yeah.
making certain products for dental as well. So
Yeah.
Pidilite wants to explore this market. So
Mm,
that friend of mine reached out to me. He was trying to explore that. We are trying to develop denture adhesives and these things.
mm.
And this being Pidilite. So
Yeah.
let's see.
I hope for the very best. I think, matlab, because a lot of people do not do this. They do not get into the industry and do the research wala part. The clinics, matlab,
Yes.
सिर्फ clinics will just do the patients, nothing else.
और वी बीइंग डेंटिस्ट हम हमको पता है कि ये फिक्सॉन पाउडर लगाते हैं तो फिक्सॉन इज
Yeah,
नॉट दैट रिलायबल बट if a company like Pidilite is jumping into this, I guess it is much more promising.
it is promising. I would say dental material ka market is so promising in India. We can, matlab, there's not very much big player. I think Dental
Yeah.
Cart is there, only the Indian brand who is trying to get few of their products. But I don't see
हाँ,
other people from India who
because
can,
most of
matlab,
the products are made in Germany and Ivoclar हो
yeah,
गया ये सब these are
yeah,
European brands
Dentsply,
and
Civana, yeah,
not cost effective considering the Indian market.
correct.
Even implants is a very promising, you being
Yeah,
into biotech, biomedical engineering. So key in what should be the pitch of the implant, what should be the
yeah.
angle and rate
So
angle, everything.
actually, I would suggest if you want to do customized implant cases, we have a lab called Betic. So there, actually, if you can provide the CAD CAM of the socket, they will provide you with a customized implant if you want. For any, matlab, if you want to jaw a customized implant, they can make it for the patient. And for even, matlab,
Can you
anything else, if you want.
spell about the lab as well? Spell out the lab.
Betic, Betic,
Okay.
Betic, Betic.
Okay. Okay. This is
And
very good
yeah.
information you said.
Yeah, so I don't think so a lot of clinicians know about this. Even I was thinking of I think few or two or three more labs, something like that is there in India, but it's not quite happening in India. I feel
Yeah.
it should get explored आगे क्योंकि this it is a
I'll
quite big
develop
area
this
where
thing and I'll highlight your socials as well. This is
yeah,
something which the clinicians also who are looking, they will be
yeah,
hopeful about this.
yeah. And there is one more scholarship, no, fellowship in IIT Bombay, which is called Medic
Okay.
Fellowship.
One sentence or a closing advice which you'd like to share to the students listening out.
Yeah, I would say कि don't let other people's success story define your success story and be consistent towards what you want. Your goal can change, but I would suggest to be consistent on that part and have perseverance towards it.
Thank you, doctor. That was very much insightful.
Hello.
And
Yeah.
hello, yeah. So there was some buffering. Thank you once again for the insightful session. And I'll be sharing Dr. Sarthak's socials in the description. So I guess if anyone has certain doubts regarding IIT or how to get admission into the same, much of it has been cleared right away. But still, I guess Doctor will be very much glad to help you out as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Meet, for matlab, I would say you're doing a great job over here,
Mm.
educating students about these path. I see myself understanding about all these from the YouTube videos only. So there was no other thing where I can rely on the information. So I think you're doing a great job. and I wish you very all the best. And
I'm
I
doing
would
what I
suggest
can.
all the students, if they have any doubt, that's quite good, I would say. So because making something for the society, a lot of people do not do it. Matlab. So
Uh,
I would
from
like
my
kudos on that to
perspective,
you.
thank you so much. From my perspective, what I believe is I myself am at a place, my life has been very much transformative. The person I was 10 years back and the person I'm right now, I dedicate my everything to dentistry. So I'm just doing what I can in my capacity to inspire the next group of budding dentists.
That's quite insightful. That's but I would say that's a great job what you're doing. Keep doing it.
Thank you so much. And thank you for taking out
Yeah.
the time. I'll